Well, good Friday afternoon, everybody. Meteorologist Greg Majewski back with you here in the North Georgia Majewski Studios with your weather update here on your January the 16th, 2026. Well, things looking pretty good out there as we wrap up and get ready to go into the weekend. We're going to have to track a little rain. That'll be coming in overnight. Could be a little bit of a wintry mix tomorrow morning briefly across the North Georgia mountains. Then we'll see some very frigid temperatures coming in as we've got a couple rounds still coming at us going into next week and maybe a slight reprieve as we head toward later in the week. Now, before we get into our full 7-day forecast here, if you live anywhere here across North Georgia and you're new to our YouTube channel, let me introduce myself. I'm Meteorologist Greg Majewski, and we would love to make you part of our weather family. Please consider hitting subscribing, and make sure you hit that notification bell so you're alerted to future forecast updates. All right, let's go ahead and take a live look up into Dahlonega for this Friday afternoon. A beautiful day, a lot of sunshine out there, looking very nice indeed. Also, a few clouds up there near Lake Chateau, but also looking very nice out there for this afternoon. A pretty delightful day as temperatures have recovered from the chilly weather from yesterday. Local radar, it is quiet here for the moment, although by the time we go into the early morning hours tomorrow, might be tracking a little bit of rain here across North Georgia. And the satellite picture here showing we've got some clouds back over toward Arkansas and Tennessee, and that's going to be moving in as we go quickly through the overnight period. Now let's look at our current temperatures out there. Everybody's warmed up and rebounded a bit back into the 50s here for this afternoon, so a little bit closer to normal. And you can kind of see where that rain is coming from back off toward our west as we've got a little bit of that rain coming at us here. Again, shouldn't amount to a whole lot here, but again, that should be wrapping through by the morning time. It should be done for the day by that time. So let's go take a look at your model data here as we kind of look at this, and I'll let this loop all the way through. Yeah, we're still tracking that little bit of winter precipitation out across South Georgia. Not a big deal. It doesn't appear. That keeps diminishing every time I see a run on that. But here comes that rain coming into the overnight hours, so we'll slow this down a little bit here. Coming in around midnight or so, you see it kind of coming through Georgia. And yeah, we'll get a little bit of snow mixed in there across the North Georgia area, a little bit of sleet mixed in there as well. So that quickly moves on through during the morning hours and should be done and quickly. So not really a big deal, not going to amount to a whole lot there. Maybe a light dusting up there in the higher mountains, but that's about it. And then again, we'll watch that winter precipitation down there in central Georgia, a little bit there in parts of southwest Georgia as well, as that moves on through and quickly moves on out. And then we'll see the rest of the weekend just looking plain old cold going into Sunday and Monday. All right, let's go take a look at our forecast maps. These are compliments from the National Weather Service here. As we go ahead and step you through this here, kind of watch a little timestamp there as I highlight the days here as we go into your Saturday morning, watching that front come on through. That's the first front. And then we'll watch a little wave form along that front. That's going to bring in that precipitation back in there late Saturday and into Sunday, where we get that wintry mix there across from the Florida Panhandle all the way up into the Carolinas. And then as we go into late in the day on Sunday, things clear on out. Got another cold front coming on down there. This one going into Tuesday, that one's going to be quite cold. So it looks like we'll see similar readings as we saw on Friday morning, maybe a couple degrees colder with that, with temperatures very frigid. I'm expecting maybe some single digits sneaking into Georgia there. We do rebound a little bit on Wednesday, just slightly, and then Thursday you might bring in a chance of rain in here. And then on your Friday, I'm going with the European solution and kind of clearing us out and bringing in colder. Weather Service is kind of holding the cold weather back, but I'm going to go with the European on this one and clear us out and bring us in some colder weather on Friday. So let's go take a look at our forecast here, as we could see a few morning showers. Those will clear on out. Fairly seasonable day, 51-36 there in Gainesville on Saturday. Looking at your overnight lows, not nearly as bad as they were this morning, obviously, with the clouds coming back in here. A few showers expected, and maybe a little wintry mix. Blairsville up to Blue Ridge, Hiawassee, Clayton might see a little bit of that briefly. And then daytime highs, we'll see it in the 40s in the mountains and low 50s for everybody else, looking pretty good as the wind picks up a little bit out of the west. Regionally looking like this as we're looking at, let's go to Jacksonville. That's not bad. 70 degrees down there on partly cloudy skies. 48 in Birmingham, 40 in Memphis, 50 in Jackson, 46 in Asheville. And the rest of the 7-day forecast, Sunday looking pretty cold, pretty nippy. 38-30 there, 46-27 there on Monday, 42-22 on Tuesday. Again, I'm expecting a lot of low teens in there and some pretty frigid wind chills there on Tuesday morning as well. Rebound a bit back in the mid-50s by Thursdays. Watch that chance of rain come in, and then I clear us out with a frontal system, 48-26 as we go into your Friday. So looking kind of cold. I keep looking ahead to see if we're going to real pattern change here, and I thought we'd get a little bit of a break break toward the end of next week. We got that one shot coming down there going to the end of the week, and then might get a slight reprieve, and then there's another cold blast coming down sometime around the 28th, 29th. That one's really bad if that one holds true, but still looking kind of chilly, either normal or chilly weather here as we wrap up the month of January. At least that's the way it's tracking for right now. Again, appreciate you guys checking us out here on the YouTube channel. It'll be an honor and privilege to be one of your weather sources, so please consider subscribing. Hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you're alerted on future content, and if you ever have a weather-related question, by all means, post it down below. I do appreciate it. All right, you guys take it easy, be good, stay safe, and we'll see you on Monday after the weekend. You guys take it easy and have a great evening. Bye-bye.